What's up, guys? Is immunity bio a should you get into immunity bio? IBRX ticker symbol. Last time I covered this company, it was sitting around $2.20, 2.15 right before the explosion. That's when I posted my last video, and that's where they got FDA approved in Saudi Arabia. And had a bunch of meetings, and in terms of everything, all the news that came out was amazing. As you see, they have it on their main page and everything. The sale or net product revenue is 700%, insane numbers, and obviously the FDA approvals and everything. So what really happened to RBRX in the past few weeks? It basically got those FDA approvals and really just skyrocketed based off community as well. A lot of people were buying. It really hit mainstream for a little bit because of all the headlines and how amazing the news sounded. The news is amazing. It's good. I wouldn't say it's that crazy. I feel like it was pushed a little too hardly as like monumental news, but still good news regardless. And pushed the stock all the way to hitting $8 and then holding basically the support right here. Holding pretty decently, but is it good to get into? So I want to say this first. This is not financial advice or anything. I'm not telling you to buy the stock. I'm just giving you information, and you could do your own research and decide on yourself to do whatever you want. Your money, your rules. But yeah. For IBRX, the story hasn't changed at all. I still see it as a very good company. I would want to see this company, if I were to buy, go down here lower, around 4.50, $4. It would be amazing. I was hoping for it to go down, maybe die out after the hype. It doesn't seem to be doing that. But what's next for Immunity Bio? Next catalyst would be towards the end of this year. The next big catalyst, which would make this jump up to, I think, price target way above. It would obviously be these size way above $10. After $10, I don't know, but definitely after $10 would be their lung cancer treatment. If they get approved for their lung cancer treatment, then that would be a crazy milestone for them, and that would push the stock like crazy. Now we're gonna finish their trial 3 runs predicted around towards the end of this year, and then they would go for a submission for the FDA in the US. This would be different from Saudi Arabia since the US would be a bigger market, so much bigger than over there in the Middle East. And obviously, with their approval in the Middle Eastern now and all the good feedback and stuff like that, and if everything sounds good and comes out good since they're testing most of their product in the Middle East, that could push the lung cancer over here in the US. Might make it quicker. I'm not sure. I don't know. That's just a possibility. It could all this good news could be making the process go by much faster and maybe even change the mind of the FDA. But of course, the FDA is very strict and has their own rules and regulations that they still have to go through. But that's just what I'm putting out there. Possibility, not sure, but I definitely see this company can definitely have some power, some kick in the future, especially after what we saw on this news a while ago and how the community reacted. It's just very positive, and just people think this could be the cure of cancer. Now the risks are obviously like major risk is that most of the test trials that they run are with other drug supplements. They never test their trials in terms of just by itself Activia. It's always with something else. So we have yet to see a trial by itself. If I'm wrong, correct me, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen anything like that. But it's still a good treatment, you know? It's a little flimsy, but I stand by the CEO, or not the CEO, the founder. He seems like a good guy. I like him. Another reason why I decided to invest in him. But as I said, this could be a future buy again. If the price were to go lower for a more attractive buy for me, it would definitely be one. If it goes lower, but honestly, if it stays here, it will just show strong support here as a company, as its stock price. But yeah, and also with the news about them using AI that came out throughout those days, that whole period of great news, talking about how they're gonna use AI, that could be also something, but not sure. AI is a whole different talk. Could be could be amazing for them, but yeah. But that's all I got for today. Thank you for watching. Like the video. Bye.